Good morning. I wanted to bring you guys a little bit of what you're going to get when you join our Connect workshops, the Get Lost workshops. If you have paid attention at all, I talked in one of the last posts about how we're going to cover social media when we are in these workshops. So not only are you going to get the material from the mentor that you're working with, you're also going to get pretty much a good rundown of how to use the main social media platforms that are going to be best for your business. And so today I want to go briefly over Pinterest. I'm not going to go super deep into it. And if you want to learn more, there's right now is Stephanie Mason Photography, and she is going to be having a wonderful children's workshop coming up here in about a week. It's actually starts this Sunday, so if you want to join, make sure you snag your seat now. They're filling up. So a little bit of what I want to show you today is Pinterest and how hopefully you're using it best for your business. There's lots of ways you can use Pinterest. Make sure you figure out the best thing I should say when you're starting with Pinterest is figuring out how you want to use it. And so you can use it as a platform for just personal. You can use it as a business, but not really looking to branch out into larger companies. Maybe you're just wanting to use it to help your clientele figure out maybe how to find you, B, how to dress for their sessions, to give them a little bit of ideas. Or, if you're like me, I'm using it to pin a little bit of work from the website, but I'm also using it to boost my business in another aspect. So if you're a blogger or if you are a photographer that wants to reach out and work with bigger brands, if you want to travel, Pinterest is going to be your go-to platform. And so there's just so much potential in Pinterest right now that I really just don't think everybody is using correctly. And so we're going to go over it just real briefly. First of all, when you're using Pinterest, you should be using it just like any other platform that you would with your blog or with your Facebook, your Instagram. You want it to look clean because it should just follow right along with your branding. And so for me, when I came through, I did not like having all the different um, covers being different. So I went through and I made my cover, I made it custom. So I made each different one, and you can upload, let's click here, you can upload pins straight. So you'd come from your device. Yes, it's going to be a dead link. It's not really going to go anywhere. You could manually enter it to go to your blog, to your website, whatever. But it is just a pin. That's just going to be the cover of your board. So, but it makes it nice and clean. Also, when you're going down through your boards, having it, especially if you're looking, just being organized for your clientele to come on and look. But if you're looking to gain followers, the best thing to do is to have everything organized. And so I have everything extremely broke down. I could probably go through and I could probably cut it down even more. But right now, this is good for right now. I'll probably go through at the beginning of the year and reassess my Pinterest. But I have things broke down pretty well, as you can see here. So definitely for your own personal business, I would break it down to families and children, what to wear, you know, maybe some inspiration. Yeah, so that's how I have kind of mine broke down. And then you can also go down. See, now this is a good example. I didn't make covers for these two yet. And so this is kind of personal. I decided to kind of look into maybe a little bit of paleo eating. And I wanted to make that separate again because for myself, I want to build a brand. And so having things broke down, that lets me gain followers that might like photography, but hey, they're paleo eaters. And so that might gain them like, oh, I'm going to come into this board because I really like these paleo recipes. Wait a minute, who is this? Oh, it's a photography blog. Oh, I like photography. And then they kind of trickle in that way. So sometimes you're going to get clientele that aren't really going to be a direct following per se, like they're not really looking for your blog or your business, but they kind of just happen into it. And so that's what's great about Pinterest, is you can just kind of get people that aren't really organically looking for you. And so the other thing you can do with your business is you can do secret boards. And so I don't know if people are aware of those, but you can come on secret, yes, no. You can turn any board that's secret to making it, you can make it not secret, you can make it public, or you can take board, let's say you wanted to make this paleo one here secret, you can change it to being secret. So yeah, so that's a little bit about the boards. And then let's see here. One more thing we're going to cover. If you come up and are looking at, well, let's see here. If you're looking at, let's say here, and you're looking at the description, okay. People don't know what to put into the description. You are going to, that is basically what you need to treat Pinterest like. You need to treat it like Google, because people are going in to Pinterest and they are typing things in just like they would in Google. So they will go to Google and say what to wear for family pictures. Well, a lot of people who use Pinterest, they don't find themselves using Google as much because they go to Pinterest and they type in what to wear for family pictures. So what you're going to want to put in your description box is what people would Google. You don't want to put in, it's just like SEO. You're not wanting to put in Beyond the Wanderlust, because people, if they knew about me, then that would be half my battle. It would be done. But I want people who don't know me. So the same thing would kind of go for your business. You wouldn't ever type in Mary Ann photography, pictures. You would want to type in something that would have, kind of happen to have them find you. Same way with SEO. So if that makes sense. But the thing you'd want to type here then is, if they already knew that they were looking for this picture, then it wouldn't matter. But we want to try to help people who don't know this picture is out there. So typing in maternity pictures, which right now I've been bad because I've been so busy, I haven't really typed in a ton of descriptions for pictures, but this is where you would type stuff in. So let me show you one thing here. When you're typing in a post, I come right into here. We're going to add media. We're going to act like we're going to add media. And over here is in your alt text. So right there is where, when you were going to pin something, it is automatically going to pick that up. So if you're in a hurry, like me, you could even add in other things. If you wanted to add in a bunch of different tags, you could. That's totally possible right there. So for me, I was just quick typing stuff in. Now, if I wanted to go through, I could add lifestyle maternity pictures. I could add mommy and me maternity pictures, family maternity pictures. The lists are endless. I'm going to hit cancel here though. Another way to find out what people are looking for, you can see what I've been looking for, is to start typing in, if you're not sure what people are looking for, because even when you're looking for SEO for your own personal blog, you could be off by a little bit of the phrasing. So what I have phrased for the blog is inspirational photography blog. Okay, so if you type me into that, which right now my mobile ranking, for the blog just went away for some reason. So it dropped me in the rankings, which is another thing. Make sure you stay up on your mobile, making sure your blog's mobile, because if not, Google will automatically dock you for that. And so when I went from first page down to the second page. So it really does dock you. Anyways, what was I saying here? But if you want to come in here and, that's what I was saying, inspirational photography blog. If you would Google that, I used to be on the first page, like middle of the page. If you looked up inspirational photography blogs, I was nowhere near the top. I mean, I don't even remember what page I was on, down the way. But that's because I haven't honed in that keyword. So the same thing goes for searches. If you're going to start typing in maternity photography, maternity photos. So let's say you type in maternity pictures, that might not get picked up. You have to see what people are thinking keyword, maternity fashion. You can type in, let's say another thing here. A lot of things too, like senior pictures instead of senior portraits. Don't try to get too fancy with your wording. So the biggest thing is looking here. This is telling you what people are looking for. They're telling you family pictures. They're not looking up family photography as much. I mean, if you start typing it in, it will bring it up. So if you typed in family photography, even still, it tells you family photos, what to wear. So yeah, so there's lots of tools on Pinterest. This is very, very brief of what we will actually cover in the class. So again, if you want to learn more about social media, we're going to cover Pinterest, we're going to cover Facebook analytics, we're going to cover Instagram, we're going to cover lots of things and talking about your branding and what works for your branding and what's not going to work for your branding. Make sure you head to the blog and look under the Get Lost workshops. Stephanie Mason is going to start this Sunday. Her active seats are $200. That's a steal. Make sure you grab it. Anybody who is also an active seat is going to get a customized social media review from myself to help you get on the right track for your business. So we hope to see you this Sunday.